Rich, flavorful, and oh so comforting, this vegan saag brings all the spice without the dairy. 100% plant-based, gluten-free, and allergy-friendly. Let's dig into this classic Indian comfort food. So first off, we're going to get our tofu pressing for at least 20 minutes. If you're allergic to tofu, don't worry. You can also use chickpeas instead, and you'll have a Chana Saag rather than a Saag Paneer. Now we want to prepare our onion, garlic, and ginger. We need 1 red onion, the whole thing, chopped. You can also just slice it. It's going to be blended anyways, so it doesn't matter a whole lot. Although the smaller you cook it, the faster it will cook. You can grate or chop about a tablespoon of ginger, and then 3 cloves of garlic. Bring a large pan up to high heat. Add about a tablespoon of oil and your veggies. Turn down the heat as needed to keep them from blackening and add a lid. Stir frequently to ensure even cooking. You also may add more oil if you notice it starting to blacken. Once the onions are soft, add a teaspoon of fennel seeds and a tablespoon of cumin. Now add about 8 ounces of spinach. You'll also need about 7 ounces or half a can of coconut cream. That is the thick part of coconut milk. You can separate it on your own by putting coconut milk in the refrigerator to separate. Continue to heat until the spinach is just wilted. Now that the tofu has been pressing, let us prepare it the rest of the way. We'll cut it into large blocks, about 3/4 inch. Now we will season with a small amount of oil, around 2 teaspoons, about a 32nd teaspoon of cloves, a 1/16 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, an 1/8 teaspoon of garlic, a 1/4 teaspoon of onion, a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You can also use an Indian spice blend plus salt. Make sure all the cubes are separated to ensure the seasoning is distributed evenly. You want to preheat your oven to 450 degrees. Bake at 450 for 10 minutes on each side, stirring in between. Our spinach looks beautifully wilted. Make sure not to overcook it, otherwise it can turn black. We are going to now pour this into the blender. Oops. Now I need 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of honey. All right, let's blend it. We still want some chunks, but not big chunks. There we go. While the tofu is baking, we're going to cut up some red bell pepper for our garnish. If you're enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. Also, I'd love to communicate with you. Feel free to connect with me in the link below. Now to serve our dish, we're going to start with most of the tofu in the bowl. Just reserve a few for garnish. And we're going to add the entire blender full of saag. And likewise, if you're doing this with chickpeas, this is the point where you'll combine the spinach and chickpeas. Go ahead and stir the tofu in with the saag. And garnish with the remaining tofu. Now I particularly like the saag served with plain brown rice, but it's great by itself too. You can serve this with chana masala, rice pilaf, and brown rice. Enjoy.